I'm John Villa. I'm going to give a little bit of an intro afterwards as well, but I'm the interim CEO, also the president-elect for the Huntington Beach Chamber of Commerce. And you're here this morning for the Virtual AM Connect for Share the Love for February. So thank you very much for joining in. Next, another thing I want to remind everybody is we are videotaping this event, and that's so other individuals can go see them either on our website or through our YouTube page. So if anybody has any issues with that, you can always, take off your video or anything else, but just to let everybody know that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you have the flag for that?
Yeah, give me just a second to share.
No problem.
Okay.
Can everybody see that? All right. I pledge of allegiance to the flag. Everybody's on mute, so it's only me.
America, and the republic for which it stands.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll try again another time, see where we can get that a little bit more in sync, but very good. Thank you everybody for joining. Just a quick note, we have a couple of events coming up that I wanted to let everybody to know about. We have a B2B lunch. Somebody from LinkedIn is actually going to be talking to the chamber and talking to us about how to promote your business through LinkedIn. Some information about their product, their social media product, and ways that you can help boost your company through LinkedIn. Second one, we're very proud to say that we are the principal sponsor for a February 25th government activity, a Government Affairs Council group, where Michelle Steele is going to be speaking. And we have actually asked a number of other chambers within her constituency, and we have pretty much everybody, I think, but one or two. They're either can't make the event or something else that's going on. So it's going to be a very large gathering. That is on February 25th. It's going to be another virtual event. So with that, I'm going to start with our first speaker. Again, trying to make sure that we stay on time and we meet his requirements. So Mr. Posey, he is our city council member. He would like to give us a little bit of a city update on what's going on in the city of Huntington Beach. Thank you, Mike, for joining us this morning. Mike, you're on mute. I know he said he was driving. I hope everything's okay.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. When I set the phone down, I hit the mute button when I put the phone down. So I'm back. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Chamber of Commerce. And sounds like you've got a great attendance today, even though we're still virtual. So I'll give you a couple quick brief updates on really from the last council meeting, because all of these things I believe would be of interest to chamber members. And number one, we pushed internally to extend the outdoor dining hours. If you remember, we had that initiative to allow outdoor dining to be expanded in the public right of way and on private property. But in downtown, we had restricted the dining to 9 o'clock p.m. and then incrementally moved it to 10. And I'm proud to say that now Sunday through Thursday, you can enjoy dinner up until 11 o'clock downtown until midnight. So please patronize your local restaurants. You can have dinner outside. Obviously follow the safety protocols with the mask until you're seated, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they, need your support and your continuing support so that we have all of those dining options throughout the city. And then number two, if you've been following the controversy about the rezoning of the Magnolia Tank Farm, that of course is the 29 acre triangle site at Newland and PCH. It was zoned industrial, and we voted and had the second reading at the last meeting finally to approve the ordinance to rezone it to allow medium density residential. So what is projected for that site is 250 single family homes and about a 215 room boutique hotel, an Eco Tourist Lodge. So what we're going to be looking forward to with that, of course, is 250 new households that hopefully there'll be some members or residents that want to join the Chamber of Commerce, maybe start a business, join a business, and of course 250 households, new customers to patronize our businesses. And then of course with the hotel, we'll be expanding our tourism footprint. We'll be generating some transit occupancy taxes, and we'll have a nice economic boost to the city's treasury with revenue not only from development impact fees, but from property tax valuation increase. And of course, like I mentioned, transit occupancy taxes from the hotel. So that's all coming. That's probably 3 or 4 years out before we start to see any construction. But that's a big welcome change. And of course, the single family homes is an extension of the existing neighborhood of single family homes. So it's a good fit. And then the third thing, of course, was another controversial issue, and that's the community choice energy program that we, again, validated to stay in. And the community choice energy is a joint powers authority, electric utility that is being formed in Orange County. There are right now 5 member cities. Irvine took the lead. Fullerton was second. Huntington Beach was third. Buena Park fourth, and Lake Forest fifth. So there are 5 cities in this joint powers association or agreement, with 5 or 6 more cities coming. And what this is in the Cliff Notes version is that the Joint Powers Authority will be tasked with buying and selling electricity, competing to some degree with SoCal Edison, even though SoCal Edison will be tasked with transmission of the power. And what you'll get as a business owner and as a resident is choice of energy supply. So you have the choice of staying with SoCal Edison. If you like what you got, you stay where you're at. If you want to look at an option that can potentially save you money, then the Orange County Power Authority may be an option for you, and it may be an option for your business. And one of the other benefits, of course, is that we're going to have a menu of energy supply options that allow you to go from conventional fossil fuel sourced energy to a mix of renewables to 100% renewables. So if you are a business or a manufacturer that's looking to expand your environmental footprint and reduce and contribute to reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, you'll be able to buy electricity that's 100% renewable from the Orange County Power Authority. And this, of course, we won't be selling electricity probably until 2022. We're still putting it together. I serve on the board of directors. I'm also on the executive board. And so we're really excited about that. We hired a new CEO, Mr. Brian Probulski. He came from the Rancho Miguel Water District, has a plethora of municipal experience, utility experience. And then I think everybody knows Antonia Castro-Graham, who was on staff at Huntington Beach City Hall for years. She was the assistant to the city manager, the sustainability manager. She has 2 master's degrees. She's a professor part-time at Cal State Fullerton. And her strength and her expertise recognized throughout the county, really throughout the state, is energy policy. And she has joined us as our chief operating officer. So we have a really good, robust staff in place. We're going to be expanding that staff footprint to probably 10 or 12 people. This is probably a 1-year to 18-month plan. Our next hire is going to be somebody that will be actually buying energy futures, planning that in the schedule, and then we're going to start working with large energy users to see if we can't get some customers already to build a foundation. And that's really about it. There's not a whole lot exciting coming to City Council. Go ahead. Cut me off if I'm out of time.
Will we used to be able to go to?
No, yeah, Mike, if you got anything else that you want to add, and we'll go ahead and close up with that, unless.
Yep, nope, we're good.
All right. Well,
All right.
Mike, thank you very much. If there's any comments or questions you have, I think Mike's going to be off the call right now, but please leave them in the chat line and we'll make sure we get those to him and get a response back to you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Have a good morning. Bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, our theme for this month is Share the Love. We're here to celebrate all the some of the local nonprofits that are in the community, talk about a little bit about what they do, what they bring to the community, how you can help out, just to give an idea of the various activities that are going on. Real quickly, I'm also the executive director for Huntington Beach Wetlands Conservancy. You guys have heard me give that spiel more than once. So, but thank you very much for coming on today's call. Our first speaker is going to be Lauren, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, Buginagal. She's the Associate Development Director for Mercy House. And if there's any questions, please put them in chat. There will be a short period after her presentation for questions and answers. So, Lauren, are you there?
I am here. Hello. Can you guys
Hi
hear
there.
me okay?
Yep.
Awesome.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. And you were so close. It's McGonagall. It is very hard, and it's very intimidating upon first glance. Thank you guys so much for having me. I am very excited to make this presentation. If any of you were at the Huntington Beach Town Hall that the city put on a couple of weeks ago, you may recognize some of these slides. But I just wanted to give a super brief rundown of what is kind of happening with the Navigation Center and the part that Mercy House plays in it. And then, yeah, like John said, definitely be open for some questions and answers. So the first slide here just tells you a little bit about our shelter operations. There are 174 beds at the shelter. All of the clients on site receive 3 meals per day, have access to showers, laundry, housing navigation, which is the bread and butter of what we do. We believe that getting people into permanent housing to end their homelessness is the most important thing that we can do to end the homelessness crisis. We also will be having a mobile medical clinic and then veterinary services. COVID has thwarted a lot of plans, and so a lot of our service providers are kind of pending until we can figure out, how to do those safely. But those are all those are just 2 of the service providers. We have behavioral health sciences behavioral health services as well. Just a little bit about our intake process. So we receive intakes by appointment only. So there are no walk-ups to our shelter. And our referring partners are the city homelessness outreach workers. So we have a great and wonderful team of outreach workers that is, walking parks and streets and kind of getting to know the homeless folks in Huntington Beach and then referring them if they so choose. And then we also get referrals from the HBPD. Those are the only 2 options. People, like I said, cannot walk up. Mercy House cannot receive calls and, just do intakes. Those are the only 2 ways that we do that. And that's really standard. Most homeless shelters that are functioning well do not accept walk-ups. The average intake time is about 2 hours. And so this is probably an answer to some of the questions that we get about why we're not full already. We do up to 6 intakes per day, but we do it very thoroughly. So we make sure that paperwork is filled out. We make sure that clients are fully aware of all the procedures and policies. And so that does take some time. So those, we really try to make sure that we're intentional and only doing a few per day. If you can go back to the last slide, sorry. Yes, just a few things to know about the COVID-19 situation. We do a thorough assessment of their COVID risk as well. And so that's a question that we always get. Okay. I just didn't know if that was a question for me. Okay, sorry, you can go to the next slide. And yeah, this explains a little bit more about COVID, our COVID safety. We do daily temperature checks, symptom screens, and you can, kind of read the rest of it. But we're really trying to keep our shelter free of outbreaks. Unfortunately, we have had a few cases. And so anyone who's, heard anything about us being closed for intakes, we have been closed for a few weeks, but we are all testing positive at the moment. So we're hoping to be open again for intakes very, very soon. You can go to the next slide. So current operations, this is, I think a little bit out of date within like the last week, but the numbers change so frequently that it's the best we could do. So 30 single men, 13 single women, 8 clients in the couples section. So that's a total of 51. I believe the number is actually closer to 48 as of today. But that just gives you kind of a general overview. And so, yeah, just a reminder that we do have 174 beds after COVID, and you know, after we can do things really safely, we're excited to see that number definitely rise up. So my role specifically on our Mercy House team is with our development department, and we handle all of our volunteers and donations. Volunteerism is actually not happening at the shelter due to COVID, and so I won't spend a ton of time on that. Once it does open, we will definitely make sure that the community is alerted and let people know how they can play a part and be involved and be at the shelter. But the thing that I think is most pressing, especially during these times, is all of our donations. I am the contact for all donations. My email is on this slide, and I can also pop it over in the chat as well at the end. But I, schedule everything. So if you have any thoughts or questions or ideas about donations, I would love to chat with you. We don't accept any on-site donations without coordination before. They will turn you away. And this is just really to make sure that everything has gone through me, and that we know kind of what we're getting and that we have storage for it, et cetera. As you can see, the items we do accept are hygiene items. We definitely need those on a regular basis. Gently used adult clothing. However, I will preface by saying that we actually are doing fine on clothes. We have a ton of clothes, and we actually don't have any more storage for them at the moment. So we're not accepting clothing donations at the moment, but it will change as we continue to receive intakes. Meal donations, and this one's a little bit tricky due to COVID, but we definitely want to work with anybody, especially in the restaurant community, that wants to provide meals. That is a huge service that we can benefit from at the shelter. And then last but not least, miscellaneous donations, books, puzzles, games, art supplies. We really want our clients to feel like they're at home, like they have activities to do during the day, especially on days like today when it's rainy. So yeah, that's a little bit about the donations. I think that's the last slide. Financial donations. This is also very important. My boss would kill me if I didn't talk about this. But financial donations work one of two ways. Donations at large can come to Mercy House through our donate page, or you can send a check with the memo HB Navigation Center. And if you, kind of just have a heart for our mission of ending homelessness and really want to see us continue to do great work, this is a great option for you. And then secondly, if you are very interested in specific things, so rental assistance, bus passes, a little bit smaller scale items, the city does have their foundation Coast to Coast, and that's just a better way to donate to those specific items, because it's a little bit easier to track those smaller amounts through this smaller foundation. If there's a specific item you'd like to donate towards, shelter beautification, furniture, anything like that, we can definitely work with you as well. And we do have some needs. We are in dire need of shelving, of bookshelves, anything like that. So I think that's the last slide. I would love to open, I know that was a fire hose of information, but I would love to open up for any questions. Yeah, here's the volunteer information, but like I said, we're not accepting volunteers, so it's kind of a moot point at this point. But I did see a question in the chat about children. Let me look. Are there any children? There's not any children. This is an adult-only facility. We don't have any children or families with children on site. So yeah, any other questions? I would love to answer any questions.
If you could raise your hand if you have anything, and we'll acknowledge that, or if there's any other questions, Amy, that you saw in the chat room.
I think it's all been covered. Yeah.
Okay, just
Awesome.
one thing for you, Lauren, as we're talking about this, I know you said that you've got an abundance of clothing right now. But whatever the clothing is, depending on the clothing, we have a couple other people. One of them is going to be speaking here in a little bit that has an organization that can use clothing. So maybe look at talking to some of the other folks to see what they can use. I mean, even Golden West College has the rack for students there that need access to clothing if they're going to go out and do interviews. So if anything like that comes up, please feel free to remember the other nonprofits we have that could potentially be using that.
Absolutely.
And if you ever get sheets and everything out and things like that, you don't need them. Debbie's going to talk about that for the Wetlands and Wildlife Care Center. So we're always looking for that as well.
Great.
Okay, no questions then? Well, thank you very much, Lauren. I really appreciate all the work you guys are doing. Do you know if there's anything in the works for the city to look at potentially doing a homeless shelter that includes families and children?
I don't know. As far as I know, this is kind of the investment that they're making for the next few years in this navigation center. And that's probably just due to numbers of homeless population, and this is like the greatest need. Not to say that there aren't homeless families, because there absolutely are. So I haven't heard anything, but hopefully that will come soon, because the more realistically, the more shelters that are doing a housing first based kind of approach, the better. So we'd be excited if that were to happen.
Right. Okay, thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you guys.
All right,
I
next
have a question.
Oh, sorry,
Can I
go
ask
ahead,
a
Debbie.
question real quick? Is there a reason why there are children in this one? Is it for like insurance reasons why we don't have children in this one?
No, I mean, I think it's just based on what the city saw the greatest need for. So if they, every year there's something called a point in time survey where they count the number of homeless folks that are living on the street. And I'm assuming, I don't know if there's anyone from the city on here, but I'm assuming that the number of homeless adults far outweighed the number of homeless families. So that this was the effort that they chose to invest in. Family shelters, yes, are a entirely different liability, insurance, building, everything like that. And so it's kind of a whole nother beast. We do operate a family shelter in Anaheim in partnership with Homemade, and there are a handful of other family shelters throughout Orange County. Yeah. But we in Huntington Beach, I'm this is all, like I said, based on my assumption. I think the city just saw the greatest need of people over 18. So
great, thanks, Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Lauren. Before we go on to the next speaker, I'm going to just make a notation here to everybody. I forgot to mention this, and thank you, Charlene, for reminding me. We are co-hosting with Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce an event right after this one. I know it's going to take possibly another hour out of your time, but it's a forum with some of the individuals that are running for the seat left open by Michelle Steele for 2nd District. So take a look at that. There were a couple of emails that went out from our organization out to all of the members. Charlene has also put the link in our chat for the Zoom. So that's if you're interested in that, that will be the individuals that are up for election for Michelle Steele's seat, 2nd District, Orange County Supervisor. All right, next we have Judy Osuna. She's the Community Outreach and Education Manager for the Alzheimer's Family Center. Judy, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, John.
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity of sharing information about Alzheimer's Family Center during your Sharing the Love event. And I also want to congratulate you on being able to say my last name. I usually tease people. I tell them, oh, sooner or later, to help them get it, but oh, sooner the better. Alzheimer's Family Center is located on Bouchard in Indianapolis in Huntington Beach. And during regular conditions, we're an adult day healthcare facility for your loved ones that have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or some form of dementia. Also, we are operating Monday through Saturday, 7:30, 5:30, but because of COVID, we had to redesign and regather ourselves so that we could present our services so seniors can shelter in place in the safety of their homes. So what we did is we offered, I'm going to tell you about 7 things. Some of them are offered at free of charge. We're offering free memory checkups for anybody over the age of 50. Each of you should have a checkup from the neck up to create a baseline. So if there's any changes over the years, the sooner that you catch it, the more services are available for you. So we get a health check every year. Just get a memory check as well. And again, they're free. We're also offering free one-on-one counseling sessions for caregivers. So if you're at home taking care of a loved one during COVID, you're now doing the daily activities for yourself and someone with dementia, and then also with the concerns of the health issues of keeping everybody safe with COVID. It is a great opportunity to take advantage of counseling. You can have up to 8 free counseling sessions. They're 50 minutes each. We're also offering free support groups. They're on Tuesdays from 4 to 5. So it helps when everybody is together and talking about similar situations, feeling that you have a safe place to share. We have the ZAP program. So everything that we do in person, when we're open to the patients coming to our facility, you can now participate online through Zoom. All the classes that are available Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. And it's amazing because that program is the cost of less than 1 day of attending in person. It's half the admittance. The other is a concierge. That's everything that we offer with ZAP. But we also offer the nurse phone call, a social worker phone call, and a staff member calling your loved one to help support you and getting them in line to come to our facility. When we do open, you get preferred inline service, if you will, so that when there's not a lag time or wait. I've got 1 minute left to tell you there's 7 things that the brain can handle. I've tried to give you 7 in a quick way. The main thing I want you to walk away with is I would love for you to call me. I'm at 714-593-9630. I'll put my information in the chat, but we're here to support you, the caregiver, and the loved one that you have with dementia. We're here to support until there's a cure. And until we can go back to the facility, we have lots of online services for you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Is that?
Yes.
That's my
great.
4 minutes,
Thank you,
right?
Judy. Yeah, thank you, Judy. Really appreciate all that information. If anybody has any questions for Judy, please put them in the chat. We'll get those to her as well. And that's the way we're going to proceed for this meeting this morning, just because we're also trying to maintain it to the 1 hour, especially for those people that want to get on to the next call at 9 o'clock. Next, we have John Hobson. John is the president of Cielo. He's going to speak about his organization. So John, welcome.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is John Hobson with Cielo. I'd also like to introduce Alex Alvarez, who's on this call. He is our new program manager that recently joined Cielo. Joined us from another organization in Los Angeles, but he grew up in Huntington Beach, so he's back in his neck of the woods. Cielo is a nonprofit that started in 2015 that serves Southern California clients with business and career advice. Each year, we serve about 1,000 primarily low-income individuals, and our services help our clients learn and earn. So we're transferring the knowledge they gain from Cielo into an increase in earnings and stability. Really, we're about economic stability for our clients. Our services are available at no charge to the client. And so if you have individuals that have thought about starting a business or are in that job search and want to help themselves, we're not a placement agency, but if they need some assistance in kind of reorganizing and getting prepared for that job search, we offer those services. The past year, we've been really busy with helping our clients and other small businesses with grant and loan applications. So if you're in that space, we try to stay current on what options are available for small businesses, posting that information via our social media channels as we get details. And so if you have some questions, feel free to reach out. And we've been pretty successful in helping people get PPP and other grants, throughout this year. I wanted to share about two exciting initiatives that we're running right now today. One is a microgrant program, and this is one of our funders came to us and they were concerned about low-income individuals that have lost their jobs during the pandemic and can't find employment and that are struggling to pay rent. They wondered if we could help them launch businesses and create a little extra income. And so we said yes. Starting a business is hard, but if you go through the class, we help them move through the process of learning how to do a business, get ready to launch that business. And then if they have a solid business plan, we actually have some funds available and a micro grant to help them launch, which is really rare. Most people don't fund true startups. So that's a really interesting initiative that we just launched and have run our first couple programs of that, and we'll continue running. The other program is what we're calling The Source. It's an online coaching, mentoring, and learning platform. So we started this before the pandemic, and then suddenly we looked like we were in the right space because of distance learning and distance coaching. So what this platform does is it allows you to take a lot of your classes online, but it also allows you to do a cohort and then get one-on-one coaching as necessary. What we need right now primarily is individuals that want to volunteer and give back to us and do volunteering through that platform. So again, it's remote volunteering. So if you're willing to share your knowledge with budding entrepreneurs, or if you've been in a space that you want to give back, reach out to me or Alex and we can get you involved. That's it.
Great, thank you, John. Question for you on the first initiative you had. Do you also want volunteers to help out with these startups to maybe look at their business plan?
Yeah. So they're kind of intertwined, but definitely we have a panel that reviews these individuals and kind of help them move their business idea forward. I got to say, the first cohort that went through, we were pleasantly surprised with the ideas that came out and really strong ideas. They had the passion, the dream. They've been thinking about this, but they just need that coaching to help them get focused.
Great. Again, if anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat. We'll try to get those to John, or if he sees them during the course of the event, he can respond in the chat form. But thank you very much, John, for being here today and present your organization.
Thank you.
So next we have Diane Dwyer. She's the chairman of the Marketing and Communications Group for Assistance League, and she's going to talk to you this morning. So Diane, it's your turn.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
No problem.
Thank you, John. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we do with Assistance League and how we've been affected by the pandemic. So first of all, in case you don't know, we were chartered in 1950. So we've been around for over 70 years. And our members early on set the foundation for what we would become, opening one of the very first thrift shops in Orange County, giving scholarships, supporting seniors. We were one of the founders of the Huntington Beach Coordinating Council, and we've supported community events from the very beginning back in the 50s. Next. So our mission is to transform the lives of children and adults through our community programs. And our programs are focused on basic needs, self-esteem, and education. Next. So before the pandemic, we were able to do so much more than we can do now. Our main mission has been achieved by some of our key programs, Operation School Bell, which many of you are probably familiar with, where we clothe children at Target nights, normally 200 kids a night. We give scholarships to nursing students, vets, single parents, graduating seniors, and Links to Learning is a big program that we do where we give monetary awards to teachers. And of course, those programs have been very limited over the past year. Next. So during the pandemic, first of all, because our thrift shop has been closed more than opened, and we had to cancel our Treasures by the Sea fundraiser last spring, Our budget pretty much has been reduced by about 75% to be able to support our programs. But we have been doing things like we were able to reenact or restart our Operation School Bell program at Target in Westminster. Now we only can do about 10 families a night instead of 200 kids. So that's, you know, been a disappointment, but at least we're serving the community. Next. Literacy has been a big focus this past year for us. We've been able to donate over 3,000 books to Ocean View School District elementary and middle schools, as well as donating to Boys and Girls Club. We've been able to do this because it has not impacted our budget. We were lucky to have a lot of books donated to us, so we've been paying that forward to the community. And literacy, of course, is very important to Assistance League. Next. Now, our assistants have been amazing. They support Project Self-Sufficiency and other organizations, but most recently supported Project Self-Sufficiency for their Christmas holiday drive-through event. And then also our dream catchers are amazing. And most recently, they donated over $10,000 to the senior center. Next. So how are we raising funds during the pandemic? First of all, one of the new things we started doing in the fall was having private shopping parties. And you can see the photo here is with our chamber members, and that was so much fun. And then our Beach Blossom Committee has started having monthly online shopping events, the Blossom Boutique. Next. A promotion we're doing for March, which is very cool, is our non-member customers can make a reservation to shop, which will give them much more exclusive time in the thrift shop. And then in April, we plan to open back up. Now, remembering that opening back up means maybe 12 people in the thrift shop at once. We're abiding by all the COVID pandemic safety measures. Next. Last but not least, our Treasures by the Sea is coming up in April. And for those of you that have attended our live event, it's an amazing event, but unfortunately we have to do it virtually this year. We'll have 200 plus silent auction items for people to bid on, plus an opportunity to donate to Operation School Bell, which is really important because that's one of our key programs. Last year, before the pandemic, we had closed 2,800 students. So please watch your Facebook, Instagram. We'll be posting about all of these events. And we look forward to people participating. Next. And we'd like to thank all of our nonprofit friends. We have always loved to partner with Seroptimus, Project Self-Sufficiency, any nonprofit organizations that we can. Relationships with nonprofits and other organizations really are key to our success. And definitely thank you to the Chamber for allowing us to share our story. And
thank you, Diane.
How'd I do?
You did great, right on the time.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank
Again,
you.
please, if there's any questions, put them in the chat. Diane can respond to those during the session, or if we run out of time, we'll make sure she gets those questions.
Yeah, I'll put about our donation event in the chat on the 18th.
Okay. So next we have Maureen Ahrens. She's the Center Operations and Program Manager for the Bob Hope USO. So, Maureen?
Hi, is there a slide up? You can get that. Hi, I'm Maureen Ahrens, and thank you for saying my last name right. I'm Orange County Operation and Programs Manager, and the USO has just turned 80 on February 4th. And we still do the same thing we always have. We serve our active duty military, including the Guard and Reserves and their dependent family members. So the USO is worldwide. In that way, we are a big organization, but in the scope of international nonprofits, we are small. We don't have big advertising. We don't have big staffing because we are volunteer driven. 80 years ago, FDR started the USO for that reason. We are the way American civilians, companies, and corporations support American service members and their families. Our congressional charter and our memo of understanding with the Department of Defense back that up. The USO is broken into geographic areas. Orange County is part of Bob Hope USO. So that's our geographic area, and it spans from San Diego County border north to San Luis Obispo, from the ocean to the state line. We cover 51,000 square miles of Southern California. We have brick and mortar centers at LAX, the military entrance processing station in El Segundo, Ontario International Airport, March Air Reserve Base, Palm Springs International Airport, the Marine Corps Base at 29 Palms, a newly opened center on Fort Irwin, and we have Orange County at John Wayne Airport. We have mobile units that serve outlying bases such as Fort Edwards, China Lake, and Port Hueneme. The total number of staff at Bob Hope USO is 9 for this whole area. And the total number of volunteers is about 750. I am the staff for Orange County, and we have about 100 volunteers. Each geographic area raises its own funds. We're not classified as a veteran service organization. So we're not eligible for any of the funds that are available for veteran service organization. The Department of Defense classifies a veteran as a person who is separated from the military. Next slide, please. So Orange County serves the Joint Forces Training Base in Los Alamitos and the Naval Weapons Station in Seal Beach. The northern part of Camp Pendleton is in Orange County, and so together we serve there with USO Camp Pendleton. Because the USO is home to a very large Guard and Reserve population, we serve them often. In 2020, Orange County served 10,405 of our troops and family members, many of them Guardsmen, mostly out in the field because our center has been closed much of the year, the airport center. These pictures include us bringing Girl Scout cookies to quarantining Marines on Camp Pendleton, serving the pop-up COVID relief hospital in Costa Mesa that was open twice, meals for the guardmen at the Santa Ana Armory. They were returning from the civil unrest duty, assembling summer fun bags for military kids sheltering at home, distributing pumpkins and Halloween crafts like a family activity for our recruiters. And we had a very popular holiday drive-through toy distribution with the real Santa, elves, and Christmas carols. So if you have any questions or you want information about what we do, or you want to join us, or anything that you want to talk about, I am here. We have so much planned for 2021, spousal support events, family activities, and we are working with the city to do a beach party on a Sunday in September. And I'd love everyone to want to help with that. Any questions, please put in the chat box, and I hope we have a chance to talk to some of you. Thanks.
Thank you, Maureen. Appreciate everything you're doing for us. The next we have Yvonne Palmer. She's the VP of Marketing for the Huntington Beach High School Foundation. Yvonne?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. The Huntington Beach High School Foundation was established back in 1995. Our mission then and now is to inspire and promote excellence for all the students at the Huntington Beach High School through enhanced educational programs, opportunities in the arts, academics, and the athletic departments. The way our foundation works is we raise funds, and the teachers put in a request for a grant through the foundation. Teachers are looking or wanting things that aren't directly sponsored by the schools anymore. It could be anywhere from programs, technology, field trips, or just supplies that they need. So we grant, and we're able to enhance the classroom. You know, we live in an experience world, and you know, experiences for all our students are very important. This is huge part of education. And some of the recent enhancements that we've been able to fund over the years, giving ceramic slab roller and ceramic tools in the oven to the classroom so they can have direct hands-on experience. There's photography department which is amazing, providing state-of-the-art equipment for them. We have a grand piano that was actually donated and funded as a gift to our music department. A career center, you know, able to get chairs and computers and desks in there, so when the students go and try to plan for their career, they have a space for that. This will happen when the students get back on property, but we have water refill stations that allow the bottle to be going up. So we took out all the old bubblers that we all grew up with and put in water stations. Science calculators, art history field trips, so much that we fund. We are asking for businesses like yourself, the local community, to help. It could be a win-win situation where you have time, you have ideas that you can help us create to raise funds, or it could be a direct donation. Those are the things that we're looking for that will impact our program. I'll go ahead and put my information in the chat. If anything, if your heartstrings are pulled with anything about education and students, I know we have, you know, more than just our high school in our community, but we really truly believe that in our abundance world, we have enough time, we have enough that we can give to where you feel strongly about. So we appreciate the time, and we look forward to working with each of you. And we can definitely provide something for you as well. I've jotted down a couple already that I want to help and assist. So thank you. And everyone have a great Valentine's Day weekend.
Thank you, Yvonne. We appreciate all your work for Huntington Beach High School.
Great.
Next, we have Doria Miracle. She's the president of the Huntington Beach Harbor Junior Etiquette Program. Doria, you're up.
Good morning. Good morning, John, Chamber. I would like to quickly introduce our board. Our board is here. Mrs. Mary Boucher is online here with us today. Miss Sarah Gutierrez, and Don McCormick is going to be our public speaker today. So Don, take it away.
Thanks, Doria, very much. I hope everyone can hear me. I want to talk a little bit about the Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette Program, because I really so admire Doria and everything she has done through this program. Etiquette is kind of an old-fashioned word. It's one that when we hear it, we think old-fashioned values, but actually it's more than just which fork to use. It's about self-respect, it's about self-confidence, it's about growing children so that they can socialize well. And the goal of the HHJEP is to build strong children, equipping them with the tools to succeed. You know yourself that if you're in a place where you feel uncomfortable or uncertain, then you can't present yourself as well as you could if you had those basic social skills. And today especially is more important than ever. I think all of us are very aware of how the pandemic has affected the children in our society. So Doria and her wonderful all-volunteer board and everyone who works with her have really pivoted to take what they had been bringing to children over the past 3 years and just ramp it up and make it so much more important, because etiquette is a changing world right now. One of the things that I most admire about this program is that from the very inception, the Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette Program has not factored in socioeconomics. So they have scholarships available for children of every walk of life. They welcome all children, regardless of their economic or social status. And that's really important. It's not your great-grandmother's etiquette. It's not a cotillion program like some of us remember having gone to as children. Instead, it's a program that helps to equip future leaders to build that leadership quality in the kids' own homes and in their communities. Because as we all know, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken adults. And I think I've jumped way ahead on these slides. So if you can just scan through a bunch of them. Thank you so much. Okay, the program for Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette is copyrighted. It's trademarked. They hold 2 copyrights. It's a 501c3 nonprofit benefit. And as I mentioned, the board of directors are 100% volunteers. The Doria works with a number of fairly highly educated consultants, dedicated professionals. So they're bringing just really great experience and equipment to the children. And it's not just about social skills in an indoor setting. They're also teaching tennis skills, golf. So they're bringing so much more to these children. Doria has done a lot of research, and I think many of us have heard that children are struggling with depression. They're struggling with low self-esteem, identity issues, stress, anxiety, and a lack of self-confidence. And so through the Zoom classes and programs that HHJEP has offered, they are able to help peer-to-peer socialization. They're able to help ensure that no child in our community is left behind. Coming up very quickly is the Family Dining Etiquette program, which is going to start on March 27th. And then they are also going to be doing a virtual spring etiquette season beginning April 7th through May 26th. And there are 2 class times so that the children can be separated. 4 to 10 go at one time, and then ages 11 to 15 go at another time. So in this environment, and because we're talking about sharing the love, the HHJEP has quite a wish list of items that would really be helpful. And I know that Doria will be happy to share this with anybody who is in a position to be able to help support HHJEP with any of these wonderful personal or in-kind or monetary donations. Basically, we need website developer, administrative assistant help. We need certified teachers, and we need help with our IT. We need help with our website. So if we just scroll through some of these wish lists, we'd love to send these out to everybody who's on this call and to everybody else in the community. We're also looking forward to when we're able to meet again in person. We will need a venue for classes and programs. Doria is working with the Ocean View School District to do a lot of virtual programs, but we will want to have some on-site programs as well. Continuing through our wish list, we need new youth-sized tennis equipment and golf equipment. Again, wanting to get those children out. And not all the children who are helped through HHJEP have the personal wherewithal to be able to purchase these items on their own. So how can you help? Well, we'd love for everybody on this call right now to sign up for one of the classes and programs. We have something for everybody. We'd love for you to enroll your children, your nieces, your nephews for one or for all of our classes and events, and forward our classes and events to your connections. You can find us on social media, on Facebook, and you can also visit our website at hhjep.org. Of course, money is always great. You can volunteer your money through our website. There's a Venmo application there. So just to finish up, in an age when just be kind has become a calling card, in a time when we can't socialize in person, teaching the rules of socialization is just that much harder. And the Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette Program has become so much more meaningful and necessary than ever before. Please join Doria and the wonderful team in helping to enhance the experience our children have right now. It's so important. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Doria, for everything you do.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
Don.
that, Don, for your the work that you're doing. Next, sorry, Debbie, I had nothing to do with this. Last but not least, we have my dear friend, Debbie Waynes from the Wetlands and Wildlife Care Center that's going to talk about her organization.
Hello, everybody. Again, like John just said, my name is Debbie from the Wetlands and Wildlife Care Center. I'm going to make this as brief as I can so we can stay on time here. I know a lot of you have a meeting coming up. So just so you know what we do, we are a rehabilitation hospital for the wildlife animals out there. So we're a little different from what John does. John deals with the land, we deal with the animals. And so that's pretty much the difference between him and I. If you look at us like an emergency room for for wildlife animals, that's basically what we do. We're a hospital. So when you see a sick or injured animal, a wild animal, not domestic, you would then call us or call animal control, or if you could bring it to us and we would rehabilitate. Our mission is to release back out to the wild. We do have volunteers, physical volunteers. We have to. We are one of the essential workers out there that never closed during this pandemic. Although we never closed, we couldn't do any fundraisers, obviously, last year. So we're working and without getting money. So we have about 150 volunteers, and we absolutely need more. Baby season is around the corner. It is really around the corner. Already have a few, and so we have about a class a week right now. If you were to get onto our website, it's an orientation. It's about 2 hours long. You come in, you do the orientation, and then you get trained of how to help the wildlife and how to you clean cages, you feed the animals, you care for the animals, and then we release them back out to the wild. So if you go on our website, you can, it's www.cccoc.org. If you go on our website, you will be able to click on the volunteer tab. You can sign up for the next orientation, and somebody will contact you for the next class. So we do not do domestic animals at all. It's probably a misconception that people think. So we wouldn't be able to take your pet parrot or your cat or dog. We only take wildlife. And most of the wildlife we take, there's some that we don't, but we always have referrals for those type of animals that we don't take, like skunks, we don't take, but we have a referral where you could take them. We are on new PCH. I say that because I've lived here most of my life and didn't even know this existed. So it's like, I just want everybody to know where we are. Wow, quick. Okay. Like I said, we did not do any fundraisers in 2020. We're very excited about doing a baby shower virtually in May in 2021. So I'm super excited about that. Please visit our website. That's where you can donate. There's a donate button. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our YouTube channel is getting updated as well. We have a mailing list that you can get on our website and go from there. You could also be part of our Amazon Smile. And we also are selling face masks. If you're interested in that, please email me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Debbie. Sorry about that. So we're at the top of the hour. We do have Taylor Roll, who's going to be speaking. She's from Norm's Restaurant. She's not a nonprofit, but she's good. They are providing the raffle tickets for our event today. So Taylor, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I am feeling the love. My heart is just bursting hearing all the wonderful things that these nonprofits are doing to support our community. So thank you for everything that you've been doing. My name is Taylor Roll. I am from Norm's Restaurants. I am their new off-premise catering manager. We are so excited. All of our outdoor patios are now open for dining, so please come visit us. We have a great special going on for Valentine's Day weekend. It is a $29.99 special, and it feeds 2 people. So you get 2 soups, 2 salads, a great ribeye steak and shrimp dinner for 2, along with a shareable dessert. So please come visit us this weekend. The special does run through Sunday. Again, I have just joined their team to launch our catering specials. Norms is normally known for our food inside the 4 restaurant walls, so we're really trying to get out into the community and connect with local businesses, nonprofits, community events, anybody who might be feeding a large gathering or group of people coming up in the near future. We are also rolling out a food truck. So lots of exciting things going on at Norms. I have left my contact information in the chat. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need some food and you're hungry.
Thank you, Taylor.
John, do we
Yes.
want to do the raffle?
Yes, why don't we go ahead and do that, because I don't know how many people are going to be leaving to go to the other call.
Norms has graciously donated 5 $20 gift certificates. So I'll pick 5 winners for you guys. So thank you, Taylor. I have, oh my gosh. Kelly Miller, is he on? No? Okay. Debbie Voris. Is Debbie here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and Kelly's
And
on
Kelly's
too?
there as well.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Kelly's here.
You won. Okay, I have, oh, Gail's not on. Okay, Gail's not here. I have Dawn McCormick.
Yay!
3. I have Maggie Mikalovich from Assistant League. Is Maggie on?
No, she couldn't make it.
Okay, then I'll pick another one. I have Yvonne Palmer.
Yay.
And
Yay,
I
up
have,
Yay.
and I have Maureen. So there you go.
Congrats, everybody.
Very
We'll see you
good.
at Norms soon.
And then we will send it out. Amy and I will send this out to you guys in the mail. I think that probably be easier.
Yes.
Yep.
So just as a reminder, if you guys want to, Charlene put into the chat the Zoom information for the call that's after this one. This is to listen in on the candidates for the second division, for the second district supervisor position that was opened up when Michelle Steele took over her new role. So please, if you want to be on that call, go ahead and accept that Zoom invitation and go. You can go right into the call. It should have started 3 minutes ago. And this is, again, the one that we are doing in concert with Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce. They're the actual group that set it up, but they asked us to assist and participate in this as well.
Or we can, or you can do your 20-second commercials.
Right.
You
So
wanna
if you want to
stay
do, anybody that's still on that wants to do their 20-second commercial, Tina, I'm going to tag you to walk through and go through. No, sorry, Tina. Amy, I'll tag you to go through and pick people that are on here based on your screen. And
Okay.
if you give a 20-second infomercial about yourself, feel free to do that.
Yep.
Because we have people that are dropping off, but go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and start with Phil Smith. You'll have to unmute yourself as well.
That isn't so easy on this device. Hi, Phil Smith. We're here on behalf of the Huntington Beach Council on Aging, the nonprofit organization that supports your friends and seniors at the senior center in the park. And may I please have that link for the next video of the candidates?
Where would we find it at? Charlene? It's on.
It's in the chat box. Just scroll back.
I'm
up.
sorry,
Yeah, if
Chat
you go to
box.
the top of the chat box, it's in there. She posted that earlier.
Sorry, I got disconnected. I didn't.
Yeah, if you go up, if you look at the timestamp on it, it's at 8:22. She put that in there. You can just copy or click on that, and that should launch it.
Okay, next let's go to Steve from the HB Lions Club.
You're unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Is he unmuted? Yeah.
Yeah, it says that he's unmuted, but for some reason we can't pick, your voice isn't coming over your mic, Steve. Nope. Sometimes it's a Zoom setting. I had that happen and the Zoom gremlins got a hold of me
Steve,
about a
we'll
week
come
and a half
back to you
ago.
in just a few seconds, okay? Next, I'm gonna go to Debbie Voris.
Hi, I am Debbie Voris. I'm your certified holistic health coach, and I help optimize people's health, whether it's weight loss or other reasons. And I do have a weight loss team right now where I have one spot left. So anybody that wants to lose weight, contact me. I always have people fill out a health evaluation to better serve them. So I'm Debbie from Debbie Changes Lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Next, we have Maureen from USO, Bob Hope USO.
Hi, I'm Maureen from the USO, and I gave my spiel earlier. But I'm still here, and I still need volunteers, and we still do a lot of work in the county, and we team up with our other people in our region so that we can get to the outlying people. If you ever thought you might have fun spending a day on China Lake or something like that, we have things for you to do.
Great, thank you, Maureen. Next, we have Linda Wenzel.
We're an auxiliary of the Assistance League of Huntington Beach, Dreamcatchers. Our members meet the second Wednesday evening of each month, and we support philanthropic programs by working 3 thrift shop Saturdays per year. And we assist the Assistance League with Treasures by the Sea annual fundraiser. We are always looking for new members, so thank you.
Great, thank you, Linda. Next, we have Victoria Alberti.
Howdy, everybody. Victoria, HB Website Design for all your website design needs. Pretty busy lately, helping people staying present during the times that they're not out and about quite as much. Doria, I know Don real well, and I can definitely help you guys out if you want that site updated for you. I'd love to volunteer my time and help you guys out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Victoria. Next, we have Sue Prescott.
Good morning, Sue Prescott representing Love at First Bite Catering. We had a huge drive-through last week for Super Bowl Sunday. So that was pretty exciting to do that. We're still offering boxed meals or regular catering, but we're getting so much business for meetings such as this. People will come and pick them up, distribute them. However, I'm also personally my Sue Prescott events and partnering with Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette Program. Very, very excited to do that.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Next, we have Dawn McCormick.
Hi, I'm Dawn McCormick. In addition to helping Doria, I'm also the managing partner of Timeless Treasures Boutiques. We're located at 5 Points Plaza, and we are a pop-up retailer focusing on local artisans, crafters, makers, artists. We have over 108 of them at every one of our pop-ups, and we'd love for you to come and join us. We donate 5% of all of our sales to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, Orange County, and to Safe Rescue Team. So we've got a non-for-profit little component. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. Next, we have Stress-Free Moving. I think we just may have lost him. We may go back to him. Next, let's go to Sarah Gutierrez.
Hi, good morning. I'm part of the Huntington Harbor Junior Etiquette Program, and we are just looking to reach out to the youth to teach them some great fundamentals and confidence and being out into our community. We also support other small businesses with working with etiquette. We have something next week or in 2 weeks for business etiquette made easy. And so we just like to enhance different people's confidence levels in social skills. So thank you very much for hearing us out this morning.
Great, thank you, Sarah, for joining us. Okay, let's go back to Stress-Free Moving.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm not here representing the moving. I'm with the Lions Club, and my other apparatus wasn't working. I'm the Huntington Beach Lions Club, Steve Christie. We're promoting a statewide, all the Lions Club in the state of California are doing a food drive for the month of February. We will be having a large pickup at the end of the month at the Episcopal Church in Huntington Beach. We'll be sending out flyers to all the chamber members, and we sure appreciate any help we can get from the chamber. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Next, we have Mike.
Hi, do you mean me?
Yes,
There's a lot of
you.
mics. Oh, okay, hi.
Yes, Mike. I don't have your last name, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Mike Soto here.
Soto.
And I'm an insurance agent for life, health, accident, and I also for small groups, small employers. And so that's my claim to fame, and I'm going to stick with that. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Mike. Next, we have Diane Dwyer.
Thank you. I just wanted to let everybody know I did put information in the chat about our donation event on the 18th. I put our website in there and also our email address and the phone number if anybody wants to make reservations to shop at our thrift shop in March. Please like us on Facebook and Instagram to see what's happening. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Diane. Next, we have Debbie Wayne.
Hi, I know I spoke earlier. I just want to make clear that my information is also in the chat. I would love for you guys to contact me. If you have any questions, I would love to talk a little bit more about our organization. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Debbie. And Doria?
Hi, good morning again. And thank you for allowing us to speak today. We are very honored and privileged to be among one of the featured speakers. So, and thank you to Dawn McCormick. She's fabulous. We do have a pop-up class coming on March 27th with Sue Prescott and I. So please email me at doria@hhjep.org to be added. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Thanks.
Thank you, Doria.
You're welcome.
And John, would you like to say anything about the conservancy?
Jeff? John.
Yeah, we have Jeff still.
You have Jeff.
Jeff, okay. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff, from the Lions Club.
No, Jeff Russell, Realty.
I don't see him on here.
Oh, I do. That's weird.
I do. Jeff? Yep. Okay.
Okay, and
Is
Amy, what is you want me to bring up?
let me ask him to unmute Jeff.
Okay. If we don't get Jeff on, I want to thank everybody for being on the call this morning. Reminder, we have the B2B lunch coming up on February 24th. The Government Affairs Councils, we have Michelle Steele going to be speaking on the 25th. And we also are going to be hosting our Best of HB Awards in March. So be looking out for that. That is the 25th as well, I believe.
26th.
26th. So be seeing more information on that, and that'll be a live event here at the Huntington Beach Wetlands Conservancy. We're going to be using our front parking lot for that, and you look for tickets to come to that event.
Right. Jeff is available now.
Yeah, I'm asking to have him unmute. Jeff, can you unmute yourself, please? There you go. Yep.
You're showing is unmuted, Jeff.
It looks like he's having mic problems according to the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead and put your information in there. If anybody, if you, for your services, and if anybody has any questions, we'll contact you. Yes, Judy.
I want to invite everybody, thank you, John. I want to invite everybody to a Mind Booster. It's a 5-week series and it's about Alzheimer's. It's a neurologist, a psychologist, a nutritionist, physical therapist, and an elder law attorney. And it's free. I usually charge for it, but because of COVID and we're doing it online, we just want to get the education to the end users. So if you have any questions, please call me 714-593-9630. And I really appreciate being a part of this group today. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Thank you, Judy.
All right, with that, I thank everybody for being on the call. Feel free to reach out to myself or the rest of the staff if you have any questions. We do want to hear from you of other topics you would like to see on any of our events. So please just let us know if there's anything of interest that we're not getting as far as speakers, or if there's anything that you feel is appropriate for you and the rest of the organizations. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We've also been looking for members to assist in some of our activities as well. So gala, golf, to be part of our chairs, our councils or committees to help us with those. So if you have the time, please look at the emails that have been sent out by staff. Let us know, and we'd be more than happy. And thank you, Doria. I saw that pop up real quick. We'd love to have you in that committee. We will be reaching out to you. So please look at that. And again, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend, and happy Valentine's, and we'll see you at our next event.
Okay.
Thank you.